I have an English story to share with you today so that you can learn phrases and vocabulary in a better way in context. And you're going to either laugh with me or laugh at me. Let's check it out. Welcome to English Coach 3Ts. I'm Tanya, and this story partly takes place currently or recently and in the distant past, and you're going to understand what I mean there in just a minute. So I'm sure you have heard of the launch of Threads, Instagram's new social media app that a lot of people are saying is like Twitter. And no matter what your opinion is about it, there's a lot of talk about it. And in our women's speaking program, we have been talking a little bit about this. And I have been saying that I'm on the fence about it. So when we say we're on the fence about something, this means we're thinking about whether or not we should do it, and we haven't decided yet. Should I do it or should I not do it? And I'll tell you, I still haven't decided. That decision is yet to come. But this story is making me laugh a little bit at myself because of an experience I had in the distant past, quite a long time ago. I think it probably was more than 20 years ago. I'm dating myself. We say I'm dating myself when we mean we're giving clues to our age. I'll come right out and tell you I'm 57. So that way you don't have to guess or try to figure it out. But a long time ago, at least 20 years ago, I got an email from a friend. And this was way before we had texting, we had no social media, none of that stuff. Email was not brand new, but fairly new. And my friend, who lived in the same city as I did, Phoenix, Arizona at the time, I currently live in California, sent me a text, and not a text, an email. And at that time, to me, email, which was new, felt like something you used if you wanted to send somebody a letter, but you didn't want to pay the postage and you didn't want to go to the post office. And so you sent them an email. It was faster, it was free, you didn't have to leave your house. And so for me, I sent emails to people who lived outside my city or a long ways away. Anyone else, I just called on the phone. Okay, so why didn't I just call people on the phone if they lived outside of my city? Because at this time, I didn't have a cell phone. Yeah, I didn't have a cell phone. I'm pretty sure I didn't have a cell phone. But calling outside of your city cost money. Calling in your city didn't cost money. So if it was someone in my city, it's free to call them. I would just call them. I would not send them an email. And I said to her, that word, never. I said, I will never send an email to someone that lives in the same city as I do. So you might be already laughing with me because maybe you have done something similarly. I'd like to know what it is if you have. Or you can see how really ridiculous it was for me to say this because, of course, now I send emails to people who live in the same city as I do all the time. And this was something I couldn't foresee. In other words, I didn't see this coming. I obviously didn't see the future, and I didn't understand all of what could be done with email. And so this is just a reminder for me when I was telling this story to the women in our program of never say never. This is a short phrase, or you could call it a proverb, that helps us remember we don't know what's going to happen in the future, and maybe we should never say never. So back to the Threads piece. When Threads came out, my first reaction was no. I have too much on my plate. When we say I have too much on my plate, we mean not literally on a plate like you eat off of, but my calendar is really full. I have a lot to do every day. There's too much. I can't add more. So I thought, no, I'm not adding another social media platform. Now that I've learned more about it, I've heard some pros and some cons, or in other words, some things that are good about it, some things that maybe aren't so good about it, some things that might work for me, some things that might not work for me. This is why I'm saying I'm on the fence. So let's talk a little bit about what I said at the beginning of this video when I said, you're probably gonna laugh with me or at me. So when we say that we're laughing with someone, it's because something is funny that we all relate to and we're all laughing, but not at a certain person. When we laugh at someone, they did something that's making us laugh. So we're laughing at them. Oftentimes we make this little joke. Actually, maybe not other people. Maybe I'm the only weird one because I'm an English nerd and I know some other English nerds, so I'm going to ask them. But sometimes when my children say to me, Mom, don't laugh at me, I say to them, I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing near you, which of course I'm laughing at them. But usually it's not because it's a negative way of laughing at someone, like, haha, you're so stupid, not that kind of thing, but more like they've done something that's so precious to me, so interesting to me, and I am in fact laughing at them, but to lighten the mood, to make it less serious, I say, I'm laughing near you. Now, like I said, not a lot of people say this, although many times when I have said it, people have laughed with me. What do you think? Are you laughing at me or with me or near me? Let me know in the comments below. And I'm curious, what do you think about Threads and all the controversy around it? Do you have Threads? Do you not have Threads? Are you going to get it? Will you use it? Are you a Twitter person? Let's talk about this in the comments below. And if you would like to take classes live with me on Zoom, be sure to look below for the link to our women's speaking program and individual lessons. And I'll look forward to seeing you with another English story really soon. Until then, if you want to listen to one I already have, you can check this one out. Or if you haven't checked out one of our live videos, you might want to try this one. I'll see you in class.